What if I tell you you've been doing your writing all wrong all this time? And these are some quick ways for you to check how to do your writing correctly, what lights to buy, what size to buy, what colors to buy, and you'll realize how your space can absolutely look stunning just by getting the right lighting for your space. So if you want to know a little more about the details about your lighting and how to make your space look beautiful, bright, and as per you, then stay tuned till the end of the video because we're going to be giving you some quick tips about it. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tanvi Sixeria, the founder and CEO of Little Miss Designer, a luxury interior design firm. If you're here to find out about the tips, tricks and hacks and anything to do with interior design, then you're at the right place. Okay, now wherever you're sitting, I want you to have a look at that space. Look around you, look up into the ceiling and the walls. How many shades of yellow can you see? And how many shades of white can you see? Are you seeing a variety? Well, I'm only talking about yellow and white. Hopefully you've not used too many of red, blues and whatever color you seem to be liking. But can you see a variety of yellows and a variety of whites? Well, that's the first step where you're going wrong. Because there has to be some uniformity and some sense when you're choosing the lighting for your space. So let me tell you a little bit how you can choose the lighting. Now to start off with, if you're choosing a yellow light, there should be one shade of yellow light. If you're choosing a white light, there should be one shade of white light. Yes, you can mix white light and yellow light as a combination, but individually there should not be 10 shades of yellow. Let's say you've designed your space and one bulb has got spoiled. Few years later you're like, oh, I didn't know which bulb was there, and you just put another yellow. A few years later, let's say another bulb conked and you chose another yellow light. Now you have 3 forms of yellow light in your room and that's going to look atrocious. So this is definitely not the way to do it. Now when you are choosing the lights for your space, there are a variety of colors. Starting with the 3K, known as a 3000K, also known as a warm white in very similar words. This light is used for your ambience lights. Now ambience lights are lights which you use not on a daily basis, or not something that's on throughout the day, but just something that's on for a few hours or for time being, like let's say if you have a party and want to create that ambience feel, right? Now these lights are usually used for strip lights, or let's say for a nice wall washer light which is highlighting one of your walls or frames. Or let's say if you've got some nice LED strips going under the bed to give it a floating look. This is how you should be using your ambient lights. The next thing is your task lights. Your task lights are usually supposed to be 6000K or 6K, or very commonly known as a simple white light. This light is usually used for task lighting. So let's say if you have a wardrobe and you want to open your wardrobe. Once you open the wardrobe, you need to see the right color shades of your clothes, right? So the good way to do this is to add a white light above it. But let's say just in case you're not a fan of white light, then a simple way to do this is to add a 4K or let's say a 4000K light. Now these lights are also known as daylight. Now daylight is basically a combination between a yellow light and a white light. It's something in between. That this gives you a good balance between the lighting of your room. So definitely check out the light colors of your space and let me know which one you've used. So remember, you need to be using either a 6K with a 3K or a 4K with a 3K. But don't use too many colors and variations of a yellow and too many variations of a white. Just these two combinations are more than enough. That this gives you the type of light. Please tell me you're still not using those CFL light bulbs. They take up so much energy, they take up so much of your cost, it's absolutely not worth it. Make sure that you're going for an LED light. LED lights are very practical. They help you save a lot of energy and electricity, and that goes with saving a lot of your cost. So make sure that if you haven't, switch from your CFL bulbs to your LED bulbs. Please, this is very important. Now I'm sure when you're selecting a light, you don't even think about the shape, but it's such an important feature to think about. So wait till the end of the video because I'm going to tell you a small little tip that's going to help you select the right shape of the light. But before that, let me tell you about the next point that we're going to be talking about, and that is the hanging lights. The hanging lights or the chandeliers should be something that really looks beautiful for your space. So let's say you have a beautiful dining table of a rectangular shape of about 8 feet length by 3 feet width. And I'm sure some of you have actually put those small little chandelier lights of about, let's say, even 10 inches or 12 inches above that. It's not going to go well with your dining table. If you have a grand dining table, you need a grand hanging light with it. So the best way to do this is to go for a nice longer looking little light above the dining table. If your dining table is 8 foot, you can go for something that a length of maybe even a 6 foot that complements well with the furniture, because your lighting and your furniture need to go well together. Don't put smaller lights for bigger pieces and bigger ones for slightly smaller. Like, let's say if you have a living room corner side and you have barely any space over there, and you've put this big bulb of like hanging light over there, it's not going to look good for the space. Small cute places need small cute lights, and big grand spaces need big grand lights. So don't forget that and start making those changes ASAP. Now, how many of you have bought those beautiful chandeliers years ago, or let's say if your grandparents have had it for years and you haven't even bothered to clean it? It's going to look so old and rusted. Just call one of those vendors and get it cleaned. It's going to make your space look brighter. The glass is going to look cleaner through which the light comes out, and your space is going to look so much nicer. Just so first thing, before buying new lights, at least get your existing lights cleaned. Maintain what you already have. It's so important. And now the important tip that I was telling you about earlier. The thing that about shape of the lights, it's so important is you actually notice. Go to the corner of one of your rooms and take a measuring tape or a ruler or anything that's perfectly straight and look at the corner. You are never going to find that the corner is exactly a 90 degrees. There's always a bit offness to it. And what happens is that when you end up buying a lot of square panel lights, or let's say even your concealed lights which you put inside the ceiling, and they are rectangles or squares, you are going to be able to notice that you're going to feel that your light is crooked, whereas actually the light is straight but your wall is crooked. So that's going to look really off. So a simple solution to this is that try whenever you're selecting your lights to go for a round shape of the light, so that even if the corner of the two walls meeting are not perfectly straight or aligned, it's not going to make much difference because your round light can't really say that it's looking very off. So go choose lights which are slightly round and not square and rectangle, unless it's something really unique that you really want to use. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you found these tips helpful, and if you enjoyed these tips and wanted to comment about anything particular, then leave a comment below in the section. Thank you. And please do like and share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and put on that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next amazing video. See you soon.